I have a serious fucking question. Why are men, boys, both of them, being taught to stand and pee? I know that you guys have the equipment to do that, but the toilets are not built for it. I can understand a urinal. That's built for it. You know, it's got the backing. It's built for standing and peeing. But toilets are not. The height of the toilet and the height of a man, or even like boys, like my son, he's 8. He's not that tall. But it's still, that's a big difference there, okay? It's gonna splash. It's gonna get everywhere. You guys always say, like, you never know what the stream's gonna be, whether it's in the morning or you have to pee a lot or whatever. You guys fucking sit and pee. It makes a mess. It makes a mess. I don't care how careful you are. It makes a fucking mess. Why are we doing this to ourselves? From anyone that has ever had to clean a toilet, that live with men or young boys, it's messy. Sit and pee. Just push it down. Just sit and fucking pee. I don't know whose idea it was to teach them to stand and pee. And now in hindsight, now that my boys are older, fucking teach your boys to sit and pee. Just do it. There's no need to be standing and peeing in the toilet. There just isn't, okay?
She came to the party wearing just a robe. So much respect, I have to confess, that's manly. That's manly. It doesn't mean boys only. That's manly. It doesn't mean boys.
In the spirit of discussing things that we've been taught that we need to unlearn, the topic of men sitting down versus standing up to pee has come up. And this is a topic that is going viral right now. I don't care what they do. Do what works for you. Do what makes you feel good. My only issue with it is men standing up to pee. Not all, but I have 2 boys. And I know that their toilets are always gross. There's pee around the edge of the toilet. There's pee everywhere on the toilet. I'm like, I don't even think they get the pee inside of the toilet. It's like all down, dripping down the side of the toilet. It's like puddled, yellow, nasty, stinky pee all in their bathroom. And I have to make them go in there and like bleach the whole toilet and clean it up before guests come over. So if you have boys who don't have good aim, or if you got a grown ass man in your house who doesn't have good aim, or is going to pee in the dark, like when they wake up, and just doesn't even try to get it in the toilet, maybe your man or your boys should be sitting down to pee. That's the only reason I would say that men need to sit down to pee, is if they don't care about their aim. But other than that, I don't think this is a conversation that really needs to like carry on. No, I don't think it makes them gay to sit down to pee. If you want to teach your sons to sit to pee, I don't think that makes them gay. If they're going to be gay, they're going to be gay. But I know a lot of toxic people will say that's gay. Just like the toxic men who were saying they don't like to wipe their asses in the shower because that's gay. Like, yes, men were saying they don't like to wipe their butts or clean their butts in the shower because it's gay to touch your own butthole. So let's see what everybody is saying about this conversation, and I will be back after this.
I will not be teaching my son to sit down while he goes pee, and I especially won't be telling my husband how to go to the bathroom in his own house. First of all, because he's not a bitch, and second of all, because I'm not a Muslim. Who am I to tell someone how to go to the bathroom? I teach my kids proper hygienic usage of the restroom. I teach my daughter how to wipe appropriately so she doesn't get infections. And my husband teaches his son how to use the restroom appropriately as a boy, as a man.
I just wanted to make this video because my social media has been flooded with boy moms who feel it's their duty to tell the parents of other boys how they should be training their sons to use the toilet.
Moms, we're teaching our sons to sit down when they pee in their own homes, right? Right? And their dads are doing it too, right? Right?
And it's not necessarily because they are telling their boys to sit when they pee. Early on in potty training, if you find that works best for you and your children, that's perfectly fine. But it's the condescending nature in which they're telling people to do so, right? There's no doubt that there can be benefits when it comes to hygiene or relaxing the pelvic floor, but that doesn't mean you have to train your son to urinate like that. Some people might start by having them sit and then eventually have them stand. Others might automatically have them stand and aim for something in the toilet while also cleaning up after themselves. And that's perfectly fine. And to the people who are arguing, use a blacklight in your bathroom. Yeah, not all of that is urine, because there are plenty of other bodily fluids that contain far more bacteria than urine. But I don't see anyone making videos about that. So whether you're having your son sit down to learn how to pee or stand, that's entirely your choice as a parent.
Boys without telling me of boys. My husband's working on tiling this, and he had to put these there because they're constantly peeing on this, and this is the pee zone. I try to tell them to aim. A girl can only do so much. I even bought targets for them. Still didn't help. But also, how do you get your boys to put down the seat?
Men that sit down to pee. I didn't know this was such a popular thing.
I love it. In my own house, I love it.
So many men have told me, yeah, I sit down to pee in my own house. I have never thought about that once.
It's like a personal like meditation.
I don't like it because I hate when my dick gets in the water. So that's why. Oh, you've never accidentally flushed? And your belly,
your cock's going down the plumbing drain. You're sitting there. Oh no! I've never flushed my dick down the drain, dog. Sorry about you. Blessed be thy name. That region is unbelievable. If you flushed your genitalia down the toilet,
I'm pretty sure I felt Michelangelo take a grab. Leonardo was like, pizza.
Master Splinter said, "Whoa, what is that? Attack."
No, bro, I can't sit down to pee because my butthole opens too much on the toilet. If I sit down,
that's the point, though. It's like a second level insurance. Like you always sit down, and if something needs to come out, you're already ready.
No, I don't like spending too much time in the bathroom because my bathroom is nasty.
We're teaching our sons to sit down when they pee in their own homes, right? Right? And their dads are doing it too, right?
Teach your kids whatever you want to teach your kid to do. If you want to teach your son to sit down while he pees, then teach your son to sit down while he pees. I just don't think that's the normal thing to teach. And you're not going to get online and tell a bunch of people to tell their sons how to pee. That's a weird thing to do. What's the most natural and easiest way for a guy to pee is to stand up and just to pee. But also, too, I really want to dig deeper into what she's saying. I just really think she wants them to clean up after themselves. And if you have a son, and this is for everybody, if you have a son, just teach them how to clean up after themselves. My mom did a very good job of making sure that I cleaned up after myself. If I left anything on the seat, I had to clean it up. And then as I graduated and got older, I had to clean the entire bathroom every time I left something on the seat. So now it's very rare I leave something on the seat. I promise you I don't. Or I just lift the seat. Either way, it doesn't matter. Whatever's the easiest route of having a clean toilet seat, I make sure that happens because it was just taught to me. And it feels like that's the bigger picture. Just teach them how to clean up after themselves, because sitting down, you'll still have the same problem if you don't teach them how to clean them after themselves. I promise you. I'm a guy.
Absolutely not. I'm raising men over here. This is a comment from a post where someone asked, do they teach their boys to sit down when they pee? And this was the comment. No, we're raising men. Sorry, I'm going to start laughing again. It's just, I don't understand how standing up to pee means that you're a man. And so maybe someone can explain that to me, first of all. Second of all, I've raised lots of young women, and my son is the oldest, and I have one son. And from the beginning, we said, when you're in our house, you're going to sit down if you're going to pee. Because have you ever been in a men's bathroom? It's disgusting, right? Pee on the floor, pee on the seat. It's just gross. And so to stop the grossness in our own house, that's something that my wife and I decided we would kind of implement in our house. Now, our son he's a grown adult with his own kid. Like, you can do whatever you want outside of our home, but in our house, that's what we do. Last I checked, he's a full-grown man. And I am confused. Maybe someone can come into the comments and explain to me how standing up to pee relates to you being a real man. Because it makes no sense other than I can't even think of what sense it makes. So please.
He's like, we have some rules in this cell. You sit down to pee. And I'm like, explain it. And he's like, so there is a piss mist radius when you stand up and you pee, 2-3 feet from the water, there's a splashback mist radius, and he goes, this is my home for the rest of my life. I'm never going to see the streets again in my life, and I don't want to live with a bunch of other dudes' piss. You'll be in and out of here. This is my forever home. And I was like, I got you. I can respect that.
JD, I got the same speech.
Did you?
When I went to Two Rivers with my celly doing life, shot caller for the Hells Angels out there.
Yeah.
To this day, 15 years later, I still sit to pee.
Yeah, bro. Like, I mean, if
way
I'm
more comfortable.
If I'm home, that's generally a lot of the time. That's what I do.
When I first saw this video, just off of ignorance or just off of stupidity, I was like, you know what? That's stupid. I'm gonna stand up to pee no matter what, because that's what I see as a masculine thing to do. But then one day I sat down to actually go to the bathroom, do a number one. And it is so hygienic. It is so much cleaner to sit down for a man to do a number one and go than to stand up. It doesn't get everywhere. Even when you wake up, it doesn't get everywhere. And also, I will say this. Now, if I'm in public, if I need to quickly go, I'm gonna do it standing up because there are facilities that are made for that. But if I'm at home, if I'm at a place where I'm visiting, I'm gonna sit down because it's just respectful to do it that way and not get all of yourself everywhere. And because I'm very hygienic when it comes to myself, it's easier to clean up that. And I'm gonna do that in another video where I talk about, I have a backpack, a sling bag where I carry just toiletry essentials to where anywhere I go, you will never know I was there if I visit your bathroom at your public place. Anyway, hey, men, sit down if you go to a visitor's or a guest home. Be respectful to their home. Don't be splatting yourself everywhere, okay? I have to learn.
If I ever have a son, I am not going to teach him to pee standing up unless it's outside or in the shower. Because when I first moved in with my wife, I would pee in the connected bathroom and I realized how loud it was. So I started sitting down to pee and it's so much quieter, it's so much more enjoyable. And sometimes you get a nice little poo you didn't know you had. And there's less mess. It's just way better. And I honestly just never pee standing up unless I'm out
I
of
have
urine.
sit down wheeze.
I think sitting's better.
Definitely. No mess.
I do sit down and take a piss every night.
So does Patty.
Urologist approved. Peeing sitting down is better for your prostate and urinary health. It allows the pelvic floor muscles to fully relax, giving you a stronger urine stream, complete bladder emptying, and less post-void dribbling. It also keeps your bathroom cleaner by not having splashback. I'm Dr. Josh, your favorite gay urologist and sexual health expert. Do you pee standing?
That you say that men should pee sitting down, Dr. Rita?
I don't think you have to pee sitting down. So where this came from was there was like this study done where they interviewed like 7,000 men around the country, around the world, and they found that German men sit more than and like 40% of old German men sit to pee, whereas like obviously in the US and other countries like UK and Australia, no one sits, right? And so then people were like, oh, sitting is better, sitting is better. So when you're sitting, you can really relax your pelvic floor. So it will allow the urine to flow better. So what I tell women when they're struggling to pee is like sit down, like open up your legs wide, lean forward, and sort of just relax and try to let the urine flow. Similarly, men can do those things to help urine flow through the pelvic floor. Now, if they have something like an enlarged prostate, that's usually the most common cause of difficulties urinating, they may actually have a better time or be more effective emptying their bladder sitting down. Now, if they don't, it doesn't matter. Stand, sit, whatever you feel.
I wish all men were taught to pee sitting down. As a full-time single father of 2 boys, let me tell you, cleaning on a Saturday, cleaning these bathrooms, I wish we were all taught to pee sitting down. It gives a different dimension to the idea that the patriarchy harms everybody. Women, Unfortunately, I know many of you understand what I'm saying, but I wish we were all taught to pee sitting down, because I am tired. I am tired. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, perhaps you have a man in your life who, for whatever reason, cannot aim. And granted, I'm no exception, but I have learned, and I wish all men had been taught to pee sitting down. My life would be so much easier. I'd have so much more time on the weekends instead of having to clean up these kinds of messes. All right? Because what's the big deal? What's the big deal? It would save a hell of a lot of time from having to clean up. And I also wish that men in a certain community were taught to wipe their ass, because God knows their children are learning the same shit. Pun intended.
So after hearing what everyone had to say, will you be teaching your boys to sit and pee, or are you already teaching them to sit and pee? I will talk to you ladies later. Bye.
If you made it to the end of this video, then you already know this is a conversation people need to be having. So don't leave quietly. Like this video, comment your thoughts below, share it with somebody who needs to hear it. Every interaction pushes this conversation further into the algorithm and helps this channel grow.
It doesn't mean boys only, that's manly. It doesn't mean boys, it doesn't mean boys, that's manly. That's manly, that's manly, that's manly. That's manly, that's manly, that's manly.